So it's the first week of actually trading in 2026, and I just got my first evaluation with Tradeify. I paid $111 each month that I keep this evaluation. So yeah, um, price is definitely okay. It's not too expensive, not the cheapest out there. Um, the profit target is $2,500 and I won't be full porting this. I won't be trying to pass in 3 days since that's the minimum amount of days you could pass it. It has a 40% consistency rule. So yeah, no 1 day passing, no 2 day passing, at the very least 3 day passing. But yeah, I won't be aiming for that. If it happens, however, that I get three really good trades back to back, then I guess I'll be passing it in 3 days, but I probably will not be. I'll be risking my usual amount and sticking to just trading how I hope to trade, how I usually trade. And yeah, following my plan, risking my usual amount, and if I can pass the eval this month, which is what I'd like to do in order not to pay the $111 again, then that's great. If not, I'll pay again and maybe I'll pass it next month. But yeah, let's just jump straight into this week and see how it goes. Monday, pretty short and clear day. Not much happened. Quite boring. I was short, looking for price to go down, and we made a bearish SMT with NQ, ES taking out these highs and NQ failing to take out these highs. But even after seeing this bearish SMT and us shifting structure to the downside, with how choppy this price action was, I decided that it would be best for me not to risk taking a trade. I don't want to risk. I don't want to trade during bad market conditions, especially since this is my first day on this eval. So yeah, no trade today, and wouldn't have been able to catch anything either way. There was a setup, I guess, presented itself here after shifting this structure and filling this fair value gap right here, like so. But if I had entered there, my targets would have been, I don't even know, maybe these New York open lows right here. And yeah, those would have gotten hit only way later into market open, even next day actually. So yeah, and like I said, I didn't want to risk anything given this choppy price action we had before. So no trade to start off the week. Let's see if maybe Tuesday will offer me something. On Tuesday, I took my first trade on the eval, which unfortunately was this failed trade here. Um, yeah, so I was bearish, although the bias for me wasn't very clear. I did end up being bearish. There were reasons that you could have been bullish, seeing this how this structure was here, but I saw that NQ for the past few days had kept bearish structure, so that was the reason I was bearish. We took early into open. We took out these. Oh, sorry. We took out both of these session highs and as well as previous day highs. And after that, after a while, we had a structure shift after breaking below these lows, and we had a with displacement, and we had a retracement into the premium of this displacement and a 1 minute fair value gap, which was here. I'm on the 3 minute now, so that's why you can't see it as well. Yeah, I also sort of to have more confidence. This was accumulation, a manipulation, and I was hoping for a distribution, but the manipulation kept manipulating and eventually took me out. Yeah, with barely any profit, not even a 3 minute bearish candle closed uh, inside my take profit. So yeah, overall, this in and of itself wasn't that bad, but we had a few context clues that should have convinced me not to take it. One, we had these clear previous week highs here, which were quite obviously another draw on liquidity, which were basically were really close to where price was. Yeah, 24 points. So that was one. I could say that this was more of a run past these highs with no clear and not even a little bit early signs of a reversal from any of these highs. And even after taking out this high, we continued for quite a while, going up more than like 70 points. So yeah. And by the time I had entered, the market already showed me its hand and already showed me that it wanted to be bullish for the day, since this was the fake move lower before going up. So yeah, that was like three mistakes on my part, but yeah, I'm not happy with it, obviously. But tomorrow is another day, so I hope that I can maybe take another trade or at least not take a trade similar to this one. So let's see how that goes. On Wednesday, I it was another day where I took no trades as price didn't just failed to reach these relative equal lows, and I didn't want to long with relative equal lows below. So yeah, it did go up quite a bit, quite a few points. On Nasdaq, once it started that initial opening rally, it didn't go down, unlike on ES, which did this, and it just kept going until it price showed weakness and it eventually reversed. So yeah, quite another lackluster day with not much happening. On Thursday, I took my second trade on the eval, and it was this one, which I exited at break even after this consolidation. So we had a London session accumulate inside this range between Asian highs and Asian lows. And New York opened, came down, manipulated, took out London lows and Asia lows, and made two bullish S&Ts, one here and another one here, this one, with ES, which didn't only took out London lows, didn't take out Asian lows, and these two lows were higher on ES and lower on NQ. So yeah, we had accumulation manipulation, and I wanted to catch the distribution after this 3 minute shifting structure and a 1 minute retracement into a fair value gap, which was here. But price sort of consolidated. It made a small push at first before falling down, broke out once again above break even, inversing this fair value gap, went down once again, broke out again, went down even more, and after this small after this structure shift here, structure shift here, um, which made higher highs, I was hopeful that maybe this would be the reaction I wanted to catch, but it retraced deeper once again, and in the end, I exited at the break even here. So yeah, a really good trade. Everything was lined up, but unfortunately, um, yeah, the distribution just wasn't didn't happen as I had hoped it would. So yeah, not a big deal. We'll move on to the next on Friday. On Friday, I managed to enter in another trade, which unfortunately was a loss yet again. But this was quite a painful one. As you can see, I got basically wicked out before price reversed and would have hit my take profit, even my second one, that my final target, as I would say, for the day. So yeah, I was still bullish, and I saw that NFP news pushed the market higher, so I was looking for that. We had two relative equal lows below, so I wanted to see those get taken out before me entering any trade. And yeah, we went even lower, made an SMT with ES at first here. Let me look at ES. Yes, wow, this what happened at another time later in the day, but at the time by the time I entered, we the SMT was still on. So yeah, we had an SMT, bullish SMT. We shifted structure here, inversing this fair value gap. Went higher. I marked out this displacement leg, and I entered at the discount of it inside basically of this fair value gap, small fair value gap here. Let me mark it out like so. Fair value gap, and yeah, it bounced around, went actually quite a few points into profit, most 46 out of the 103 which I had targeted, so quite a bit before it fell down in a few minutes, wicked me out, swept Asian lows here, and started rallying back up again. So yeah, that was a bit annoying, honestly, but at least I didn't revenge trade. So yeah, just I had a good idea, but the execution was good as well, but I was just early to the right move. So yeah, unfortunately, another loss for today. So yeah, week over. I ended up taking three trades this week. Two unfortunately were losses, and one was break even. Although only one I could say didn't really follow my plan to the down to the dot, which was the first one. As the second and third ones, I don't see any problem with them. But yeah, so in the end, I should have only taken two trades and one loss. That means I'm down approximately 800 on my eval. So yeah, not not halfway through drawdown, but still quite a bit. I just hope that next week I'll I want to follow my plan, and if following my plan leads to me losing the account, then so be it. But yeah, maybe price action in the next week will favor me more. I hope it does, but I guess I'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's it for this week.